Hello, it's me, Christina Carpenter. Thanks for being with me today. Thanks for to joining coaching with me, and I'm so glad you're with me. So I wanted to talk to you today about you are not behind in life. You are right on time. What do I mean by right on time? What I mean is where you are is where you need to be. You cannot get ahead of yourself. Sometimes life can put us in our place, even when we want to get ahead. Sometimes we fall behind, and that's okay. As long as you do not give up, which is rule number one, you are going to be okay. There was a time when I was trying to get ahead, and I left high school a year early, and I was so excited, like, yeah, I'm going to get ahead in life. I'm going to go on to college and work on my degree. And what happened was I ended up being in school a year longer and college a year longer. So basically, leaving high school and then being in college a year longer, it just kind of all evened out. So it wasn't really that big of a deal. So that was a good thing for me because, I still graduated when I would have graduated from college. So there's that. And the extra year of college was because I was trying to bring up my GPA to get into the nursing program. And that's what my goal was. And it all panned out. I'm happy with my degree and getting into nursing school and everything like that. So I was not behind. I moved ahead and then everything panned out in the end. So sometimes you might think you're behind, but you're not. And you might think you're ahead, but you're just where you need to be. I read this article about Missy Elliott. She's a rapper, and she was actually very smart, and she actually got skipped ahead 2 grades. And she was in another grade. She was like with all these older kids because she was so smart. And so she was feeling lonely with this age group. So then she actually started to um, do worse in class so that she would get put back in her age group because she didn't want to be, with the older kids. But she was super smart, and I didn't know that. So I was like really impressed that Missy Elliott was super smart and got skipped 2 grades ahead. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So you are where you are, and that's okay. And sometimes when you skip your grade or you skip uh, a a stage, it kind of messes you up a little when you skip a grade, because you're like a little too you're not mature enough to handle whatever it is you're in. So like let's say you get a goal, but you're not mature enough to handle the goal. So it's best to just stay where you are and learn and grow as a person and mature as a person so that you can handle the next level. Every stage of life has levels, and if you're not there yet, it will hinder your growth. Let's say you wanted to be like a manager and you don't have the skills yet to be a manager. So you have to go through the process of learning how to manage people, manage projects, manage items, and you have to grow into that first. And so wherever you are, allow yourself to grow into the stage you want to be in. So allow yourself to experience the growth. Wherever you are, that's okay. Experience the present. Don't get too worried about the future. Sometimes we can become too future oriented that we don't enjoy where we are at the moment. Enjoy where you are now. Enjoy the things that are going on in your life now, because this is the last time you will have this stage of life, and then you'll be moving on to another one. So enjoy it while it lasts, basically. Enjoy it while it lasts. Don't let it pass you by. Don't let the present pass you by. Let yourself be and be okay with where you are. So if you're frustrated or you're worried about not getting to a certain area of life fast enough, have grace with yourself, have peace that it's okay. God is in control of everything. He knows everything. He knows where you need to be. He knows the people you need to meet. I know for me, like, I wanted to work in a hospital for a very long time. Like, when I graduated from nursing school and I got my license, I was so excited, like, yeah, I want to work in a hospital. That didn't happen right away. It didn't happen till like 10 years later, more than 10 years later. But that's okay. I got to learn and grow in the meantime from all the other jobs that I had before the hospital job, which taught me to trust myself. It taught me to listen to my gut and listen to my intuition, which helped when I got to the hospital job. It helps to learn basics and fundamentals before you get to the complexity of the bigger goal. And sometimes you need that basic foundation before you get to the bigger goal. So, whatever bigger goal, complex goal you want to achieve, sometimes you just need to go through a process of getting better at the small things before you can handle the big things. And there's a scripture in the Bible that talks about when God will bless you with bigger things because you were able to handle the smaller things. So be good with the little that you have, and more will come. It's okay. Be thankful for the grace that you have and the stage you're in, and just anticipate that good is coming, better is coming, greater is coming. God is expanding your territory. Even if you don't see it yet, it's okay. So just visualize your future, visualize what you want, but be okay with where you are currently. And as I say, plant the seed now so that you'll have it for later. You already just plant the seeds. Like, one example I have is, like, I did not know years ago that I ever wanted to be natural, but I remember there was a time 10 years ago where I was loving the afro hairstyle, and I would see lots of Pinterest photos of like the pretty big afro curly hair afros. And at the time I had my hair permed, so it was straight, and I liked my straight hair. I enjoyed having straight hair, and it worked out well for me. But then there came a time where, society was changing and everybody was starting to say, natural is in, and I started getting interested in having natural hair. And I tried and failed and tried and failed, and I just couldn't get myself to commit to being natural, and I would always go back to having a perm. But then eventually I gave in when around the pandemic time, and you're home, so you're like, might as well just grow out my hair. So I grew it natural. And then now 10 years later I have natural hair. So it's ironic because I never planned to be natural. It was a seed planted in my mind from Pinterest, these girls with afros, and I was like, "Oh, that's so pretty." And that was a seed that was planted 10 years ago. Never knew or thought I would actually do it. It took a lot of stops and starts, but eventually I committed, and it's actually reality for me now. So I can actually wear an afro. So it just goes to show it's okay wherever you may be. There could be a seed planted in you from years ago that is still being nurtured, and eventually it will bloom into something as you water it and plant it. So, whatever it is you would like in life, just plant the seeds, and eventually it will bloom and it will sprout. That's the beautiful thing about life. Sometimes everything doesn't come when you expect it to, but just at the right time, it will come. And I believe there's a scripture about that where God waters the plant and that everything blooms in its own time. But yeah, so just take your time. You'll bloom when it's the right time, and that's my encouragement for you today. And I just want you to be reminded that you are not behind in life. You are right on time. God knows what he's doing. You may not know, but God knows. So keep that in your heart, tuck it away, and remember it. And I will talk to you on another one.